this. Hillary Clinton should be ashamed. She should be ashamed. She also wants to increase Syrian refugees coming into our country by 550%. This, even though she admitted in private, according to WikiLeaks just the other day, that she knows terrorists are trying to infiltrate the refugee program, which they absolutely are. Hillary's support for open borders with the Middle East will give us the same problems as France. All you have to do is look on, see what's happening with Germany and so many other countries, with the multi-generational terrorism embedded in our communities all over the world and all over our country. So let me state this as clearly and as nicely as I can. I am going to keep radical Islamic terrorists the hell out of our country.
Welcome back to a beautiful Friday night in SoCal here on the Iron Fist. I'm here with you live on the Bond Factor. I'm Darren Bond, your host for the evening, and I sure appreciate you joining us tonight as we get together and talk about Trump's war. The war that this man is fighting right now here in America against, of course, Democrats, his opponent, Hillary Clinton, but also the media, Republicans, just about every old idea of what used to get people elected and what used to happen is right now up in the air, and it's such an exciting time to watch people scramble around and try to figure out what is going on. So thank you for joining me here on the Bond Factor. Always, always, always a pleasure to be with you. We're live streaming across Facebook tonight, and I'm just couldn't be happier and more excited to be here. Welcome. I hope you're enjoying your day as we gear up for the weekend. What a week we have had, and I've got a lot of content to get to tonight. As I said, though, one of the most important things and one of the things that inspired the show this evening is the war that Trump is fighting. So when I tell people this, let me see if I can find the paperwork on it here. When I say to people, oh, yeah, there's a war going on against Trump. Oh, no, that's just conspiracy theories. That's just, a bunch of BS. Well, actually, that's not true. And I'm going to take you immediately, hopefully as quickly as I can here, to a website page where we can look at this together. And you can see the RNC. That's the group of people, Republican Party. All of them, every single one of them, that normally would spend a lot of money, have spent, wait, what was that number again? $0. They have spent $0 on Donald Trump's campaign. And this is unprecedented in history. Looky here. They insist it's doing everything in its power to elect Donald Trump. And, of course, Priebus has come out and said, oh, yes, even with the Trump tapes, we support Donald Trump. But it's a huge departure from 2008 and 2012, where they spent tens of millions of dollars. And I have some paperwork here. We do have a total on what they spent this year on Donald Trump, $321 million. I'm sorry, 1,000. You thought million? No, it's 1,000. $321,000. Can we get that in bold print somewhere? So, tens of millions, and they go on down here to sort of describe why they're doing it. Lack of this, and we've looked through and realized it doesn't pencil out. There's that number, 321,000. You know, I can't imagine. Does that buy one weekend of coverage or any type of and that 321,000 folks was spent before Trump was the actual nominee. Since the moment that he became the nominee, nothing. $0. I mean, this in and of itself is amazing, don't you think? So let's just take a moment to digest that as we get, ready for the theme of the evening, which is Trump and the war that he's fighting, and the fact that it's not just against his usual combatants. It's against everybody. I mean, it's unprecedented that the party that you have your umbrella under wouldn't put $1 into his campaign. He's self-funding, $61 average contributor donated through the internet is funding, what parts of his campaign that he is getting financial help from. So, I mean, what is going on where, I hear people and they're always telling me, oh, well, this, and they have all these arguments about Trump. But let's really think about this for a minute. This guy had zero support, ladies and gentlemen. Zero support.
And they'll never move, folks. They'll never move.
So, one of the things that I think is interesting as we move into the show tonight is I want to talk about Paul Ryan. This guy is getting a lot of attention because he shifts back and forth between, what he wants to say and what he wants to do about Trump. And Paul Ryan is exactly the part of the establishment. Ladies and gentlemen, it's not left and right. It is everybody, all of the career politicians, the establishment. All of these folks are corrupt, and they are scared to death about what is going on. New polls coming out now. Trump's gaining momentum again as they keep trying to snuff him. And we've, as I said earlier, what a week with CNN. So many things to get to. Gee whiz. Hard to even imagine. But that's where we are. Bond Factor Live. And really the only thing to do now is wake up, fight, and continue. That's all we can do. We'll be back right after this.